Hello, good morning, and welcome to Devi Daily Yoga, where it's not about how your yoga looks, it's about how it feels. We're going to do a morning Hatha yoga sequence. This will be a deep stretch for the whole body to get you ready for your day. So let's go ahead and start sitting on top of the heels. Bring the knees together and take the hands inside the lap, one inside of the other. Close your eyes. Beginning with 3 deep breaths. Inhaling, bring the breath all the way down into the belly, the low ribs, and a nice slow, controlled exhale through the nose. Breathing again. And exhale. Last time, inhale. Nice long and slow exhale. And returning to a easy, natural breath. Open your eyes and open your knees up so that you have kind of like a tripod feeling with your legs. And we'll do some neck rolls here. So hands can rest on the knees, chin to the chest, and roll your head around to the right, all the way back, and around to the left and forward. And we're going to just keep going in this direction. Nice and slow. And one last time in this direction. Take your time, feeling all these little muscles around the neck. And when your head comes forward, changing to go 3 times the other way. Keeping the breath flowing. Face, jaw, and neck relaxed. Last time. Bringing the head back around to the front and then lifting your head back up on top of your spine. Bring your legs together now and sweeping both arms out to the sides and all the way up over your head. And as you exhale, side stretching, right hand to the ground, left arm inhaling into the left side of the ribs. Turn your gaze up, and as you exhale, you can stretch a little bit more. And if you want, you could take that bottom hand farther out to whatever position feels good. Keep on breathing into the side of the waist, the side of the ribs. And now with your next inhale, all the way back up to center, both arms up and over to the other side. Breathing now into the right side of the ribs, rotating the chest, lengthening the whole right side of the body. And with your next inhale, bring it all the way back up. And as you exhale, take both hands down onto your sides. Bringing it into cat and cow now, taking both hands to the floor. And with your knees about hips width apart, hands about shoulder width apart, round your spine, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. And inhaling, drop the ribs, roll the shoulders back, and lift the gaze. Exhaling, round the spine once again, arching the back. And inhaling, lifting the gaze, rolling the shoulders back. Exhaling, rounding. And inhaling, drop the ribs, roll the shoulders back. And now taking it right into downward dog. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips. And walk the legs, bending one knee at a time. Feeling into the lower back, feeling into the backs of the calves, the ankles, starting to wake up the feet. And now press both feet down and lengthening into the backs of the legs, back of the spine. Press strong into the arms, and now bend your knees, lifting up through the sitting bones a little bit more. Good, and now begin to bring the heels toward the ground, taking your right leg up and back behind you. Inhale your breath, gaze forward. Exhale, step it forward into a lunge. And now drop your back knee to the ground. You can keep the toes tucked back there or untuck the toes as we lift up into crescent lunge. Arms come forward and up. Feeling the back bend here as you sink down through your hips, lift up through your ribs, 3 breaths. And with your exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. Shift your hips back, coming over the front leg into half split. Stretching into the hamstrings. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. And as you exhale, soften down a little more. Drawing the right toes back toward you. And bring it forward onto the front foot again, back to your lunge, and now back into plank pose. Taking 3 breaths in plank. So stack your shoulders right over your wrists, hug your belly in toward your spine, draw your tailbone down toward your heels. Crown of the head reaches forward, inhale the breath now, and drop the knees, come all the way down onto the belly, lifting up into cobra. Keep it low or press up high if it feels good. And tuck the toes back into downward dog. Breathing in dog, press strong into the arms. Bend the knees, lift up way up through the sitting bones. And now exhale, soften the heels toward the earth. Lift your left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. And exhale, step it forward, making your way into crescent. Drop the back knee. Coming up, sweep the arms forward and up. Soften down through the hips, feeling the back bend here as you lift up through the front ribs. Breathe. And with your exhale, hands to the earth, half split, shift the hips back. Draw the left toes back. Lengthen forward with the ribs coming forward, and as you inhale and exhale, softening over the leg. Good, bring it forward onto the front foot now. Tuck the back toes under, big step back into plank pose. 1 breath, inhaling here, and now drop the knees, come all the way down onto the belly, lift up into low or high cobra. Inhale, and as you exhale, come down and press all the way back into child's pose. Resting and breathing in child's pose. And now coming up to hands and knees. And as you exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. And stepping into a lunge so that you can walk around to face the long edge of your mat in a wide-legged forward bend. Hanging here. Might feel good to hold opposite elbows and sway side to side, or to walk the hands back between the legs and pull the ground toward you, pulling your body through. And now walking the hands to come right underneath your chest. I'm going to take the right hand down on the ground under the chest, left arm up into a twist, twisting the spine, turning the gaze up toward the sky, inhaling. And as you exhale, bring it back down. And now twisting with the bottom hand, right hand to the left foot, lifting your left arm up. A little more of a forward bend here with this twist. Good, and now bringing it down and taking the left hand on top of the foot, turn the left toes out to the side. Start to make your way into triangle. So the left hand could stay on top of the foot or come behind the foot, right hand on top of the hip, and rotate the ribs open, turning on the spine. and the arm can come up to the sky. From here you can decide if you'd like to have this left hand up on a block or on top of your thigh, on top of your shin. Turn the gaze up toward the thumb. Triangle pose. Breathe. Nice strong legs here. Especially your left leg, feel like you're pulling the thigh muscles into the bone and up into the pelvis. Spreading out your toes, spreading out the soles of your feet. And now with the next inhale, right up into Warrior Two, bending the left knee and turning the gaze out over the left fingertips. With your inhale, lift your shoulders up near your ears, and with your exhale, soften them down, rolling the shoulder blades down the back. Nice deep lunge in the legs, spreading out the soles of the feet to help you feel your leg muscles even more. Good, taking it into reverse warrior now. Right hand to the leg, left palm turns up and back toward your back leg. Keep the front knee in a nice deep bend as you inhale into your ribs. And now as you exhale, take it right into side angle pose. We can take the left elbow on the knee or the left hand to the floor. You choose. Right arm comes up and over, stretching into the right side of the torso, right side of the ribs, turning the gaze up. And as you exhale your next breath, just take this right hand to the floor, walk the hands back to the center, back into this wide-legged forward bend, hanging and relaxing. Maybe walking the hands back, maybe pulling yourself through a little. If your head touches the floor, maybe that feels good. You could even bring the weight forward onto the balls of the feet a little bit more here, off the heels. Good, let's come back to center and into the twist with the left hand planted on the floor right under the heart. Twist, lifting up through the right arm. Inhaling the breath and exhale, bring it down. And walk the hands closer over toward the right foot, left hand on top of the right foot, right arm coming up, twisting with a little bit of a forward bend here. Inhaling and exhaling down, taking it into triangle pose. Turn your right foot out to the side, right hand on top of the foot, behind the foot, or on the shin. As you take your left hand onto your hip, rotate the spine, turn the chest, and lift the arm up. Breathing 3 deep breaths. Strong legs, hugging the right thigh muscles into the bone, pulling the right thigh up into the pelvis. And with your next inhale, Warrior Two, lifting up, bending the front knee, gazing out over the right fingertips. Reverse warrior, right palm faces up and back, left hand to the back leg. Breathing into the right side of the ribs. Inhaling, and as you exhale, come back through Warrior Two and into your side angle pose, elbow on the knee, left arm up and over. Feeling the side stretch. And of course, bringing the right hand to the floor if you prefer, or on top of a block. Nice strong legs. Rotating on the spine. One more breath here. And now releasing both hands to the floor, walk the hands around to come back to the wide leg forward bend. And lift up through the chest, long spine. Clasp the hands behind your back. Lengthen the arms behind you and come all the way down as you lift the arms away from the back. Breathe. Stretching into the shoulders. And releasing the hands back to the ground. And now heel toe your feet together to wider than hips and into a squat. So shoulder width or a little wider or narrower as you wish. You can choose what distance feels right for your squat today. Bring the hands, palms together inside of the legs. Bring your heels down if that feels good to you, if that works for your body, or keep them up like mine if that works better for you. And breathing into the low back. Feeling this stretch. Might feel good to move a little bit here, shifting the weight right to left, left to right. And now take the hands back to the floor. Make your way to a seated position with the legs out in front of you. And bring the hands behind you on the floor, palms facing forward or out to the sides if that feels better. And upward facing plank, we're going to roll the shoulders back, lift up through the hips, point the toes, and send the head back. Strong legs, strong thighs, strong lower back to lift you a little bit higher. And exhaling, releasing the hips down to the ground, coming into Paschimottanasana over the legs. Hands can be on the feet, shins, the floor, whatever feels good as you lift up with your inhale. Lengthen your spine, lengthen your ribs forward, and as you exhale, come forward over the legs. And breathe. And releasing to come all the way up. And stretching into the outer hips into double pigeon pose. So take your right ankle on top of your left knee and stack the shins or have the right foot on the floor as you come forward. You may prefer to have a cushion under your seat here, and you could also choose to tighten the knees up coming into this tighter double pigeon and making your way forward. Resting as you stretch into the glutes, the outer hips, feeling the breath. Lower back. And releasing and switching sides. Left shin on top of the right, left foot on the knee or on the floor, or tightening it up with the knees on top of each other. Coming forward, breathing. And slowly releasing, unwinding the legs, and start to lower yourself down onto your back, hugging the knees into the chest. Breathing here. And from here, coming into shoulder stand, modified shoulder stand as a first choice. You could have your legs straight up here and rest right here in this position, or to take it a step further, lift your legs up, propping your hips up on your hands, resting here. Or if it feels good to bring the legs over the head, can bring it into some semblance of a plow pose. Hands could stay on the back or come to the floor. Clasping the hands is an option, or reaching up over the head. Wherever you are, finding your breath. And slowly, slowly rolling out. Coming back to a position on the back with your feet flat on the ground, knees bent. Taking the arms down alongside of the body, feet about hips width apart, finding a bridge pose, lifting up through the hips. Imagining that you're squeezing a small beach ball between your thighs as you lift your tailbone up into the body. You could clasp the hands if it feels good, rolling the shoulders under you, or just keep the hands separate. Lifting the hips up a little bit higher, really strong in the legs, engaging the glutes, engaging the tailbone area. And now let's slowly lower it down. Hugging the knees in toward the chest. Holding on to the bottoms of the feet now for happy baby pose. Rocking side to side if it feels good. And releasing the legs, coming into spinal twist. Both knees over to the right. Right hand can anchor the legs, left hand reaching out to the left side. Feeling the twist in the spine, the ribs, the belly, the chest. Finding a steady breath. And bring the legs back up to the center. Adjust the hips and come into the twist on the second side. Right arm out to the right side. Breathing into the torso as you feel the torso twisting, the spine twisting, the ribs, the belly. And releasing the twist, bring it back up to the center. Coming into Shavasana, extend the legs down your mat. Arms alongside the body, separated from the body at a comfortable angle. Legs at a comfortable distance from one another. Energy flowing through the shoulders, the hips, the spine. Make any final adjustments that you need to so that you can feel this free flow of sensation Feeling all the wonderful effects of this practice in your body. Feeling the breath as you inhale and exhale. And there's nothing else you need to do now. Now is the time to rest. Now is the time to let go of effort and to invite softness into your body. And continue to rest here for as long as you'd like. We'll close the practice now. And thank you so much for practicing with me. I will see you next time. Namaste.